People don't talk to their pets because they're lonely. That's the explanation everyone jumps to. And it sounds reasonable. But it's not the real reason. Here's a psychology fact you're probably not ready for. Your brain doesn't fully register your pet as not human, not emotionally, not neurologically, and sometimes not at all. When you say things like, "Did you miss me today?" Don't look at me like that. Be honest. Was that your fault? Your brain isn't pretending, it's responding. And once you understand why your brain does this, you'll realize something uncomfortable. Talking to your pet like a human isn't cute. It's not silly. It's not childish. It's a window into how your mind processes connection, safety, and emotional survival. And here's where this gets interesting. The reason you talk to your pet like a person has very little to do with your pet and everything to do with you. Anthropomorphism, why your brain humanizes pets. Psychologists call this behavior anthropomorphism. That's the tendency to assign human traits, thoughts, emotions, intentions, to non human things. But despite how it sounds, anthropomorphism isn't a flaw. It's not immaturity. It's not imagination gone wild. It's a survival adaptation. For most of human history, survival depended on reading social cues accurately. Facial expressions, body posture, tone movement, intention. Your ancestors survived because they were hyper attuned to other living beings. So your brain evolved with one powerful assumption. If it moves like a being, responds like a being, and reacts like a being, it probably matters. Now, take a dog. They make eye contact, respond to tone mirror emotions, seek closeness, show excitement, fear, and comfort. Your brain doesn't say, "Oh, yes, this is a separate species with a different cognitive architecture." Your brain says, "Social partner detected." And once that switch flips, language naturally follows. If you've ever felt like your pet understands you better than some people, that's not delusion. That's your social brain doing what it evolved to do. Why your brain uses language even when it doesn't need to. Here's the strange part. You know your pet doesn't understand full sentences, and yet you still explain yourself. You say things like, "I'll be back later, okay? I didn't mean to scare you. You're being dramatic right now." Why? Because language isn't just communication. Language is emotional regulation. When you speak, your brain organizes emotion, lowers stress, creates meaning, reduces uncertainty. Talking to your pet isn't about being heard. It's about settling your nervous system. And this matters because your brain often feels safer regulating emotions out loud than keeping them inside. Your pet becomes a safe outlet. Emotional safety, why pets feel easier than people. Talking to humans comes with risk. Even people you love can interrupt, misunderstand, judge, minimize, get defensive. Your nervous system remembers this. But pets? Pets don't. Argue, correct you. Get offended. Use your vulnerability against you so your body relaxes. Your shoulders drop. Your breathing slows. Your tone softens. Your brain labels the interaction as low threat. And here's the part most people don't notice. The safer human connection feels, the less you need to talk to your pet like this. This behavior increases when emotional safety decreases elsewhere. Projection. You're not hearing them. You're hearing yourself. When someone says, "She knows I had a rough day," what's happening isn't mind reading, it's projection. Projection isn't lying to yourself. It's your brain filling in emotional blanks. Your pet reacts with presence, stillness, familiar behaviors. And your brain assigns meaning, not because your pet has complex language, but because you do. Be honest. Sometimes when you talk to your pet, you're saying the things you wish someone else would say back. And that doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. Attachment theory. Why this bond feels so real. From a psychological standpoint, many people form secure attachments with their pets. Why? Because pets offer consistency, presence, predictability, affection without conditions. For people who've experienced emotional neglect, inconsistent caregivers, relationship trauma, abandonment, this kind of bond feels incredibly powerful, And the next part explains why losing a pet can feel just as devastating as losing a person. Because your brain doesn't categorize the attachment as less than, it categorizes it as safe. Why this is becoming more common. People talk to their pets more than ever before. That's not random. Modern life has more isolation, less deep connection, more surface level communication, less emotional processing. Pets become emotional anchors, nervous system regulators, non judgmental witnesses to your life. If your pet has seen you cry more than most people, that says more about modern life than about you. When this is healthy and when it becomes a problem, here's the uncomfortable truth. Talking to your pet is healthy until it replaces human connection instead of supporting it. If your pet becomes the only place you express emotion, the only place you feel safe, the only place you process life, that's not bonding, that's avoidance. If that felt hard to hear, that's okay. This is the part most people skip. Pets regulate us. They shouldn't isolate us. The healthy reframe. The goal isn't to stop talking to your pet. The goal is awareness. Ask yourself, what am I processing right now? What emotion am I regulating? Where else could this be shared safely? Your pet isn't the problem. Silence elsewhere is. Awareness doesn't take comfort away. It gives you choice. The human truth. So if you talk to your pet like they're human, you're not strange. You're not broken. You're not childish. You're human. Your brain is doing what it was designed to do, seeking safety, connection, and understanding in a complicated world. And sometimes, the safest listener in the room has 4 legs. If this video made something click for you, if it put words to something you've always felt but never understood, subscribe to Stickman Psychology. We break down the thoughts you've always had in a way that finally makes sense. Take care of you, and I'll see you next time.